All right, everyone, let's get you prepped for the markets this week. And honestly, you might want to brace yourselves because we are potentially staring down another week of absolute chaos. First off, let's look at the geopolitical side. Over in the Middle East, Iran has reportedly tapped someone to be its new supreme leader. We don't know exactly who yet, but that is a massive shift. Meanwhile, the strikes have just kept rolling through the Gulf over the weekend. We're talking targeted hits on university and administrative buildings, desalination plants, and even airports. The big thing we're watching here is whether any of the proposed measures will actually get maritime traffic flowing through the Strait of Hormuz again. Why does that matter to us? Oil prices. You guys know how this works. When oil spikes, it drives up inflation, and that takes a huge swing at bond yields. Speaking of inflation, it is a monster data week here in the US. On Wednesday, we're getting the CPI, that's the Consumer Price Index. Then on Friday, the PCE drops, which is the Personal Consumption Expenditures Index. The PCE is a bit broader and gives us a much more holistic look at what households are actually spending. Keep in mind, the Fed is meeting next week, so these are the absolute last two inflation indicators they'll see to gauge how the economy is really holding up. Moving on to earnings, we've got a fascinating lineup. We're getting a real look under the hood of the software sector this week. Oracle drops on Tuesday, followed by Adobe and ServiceNow on Thursday. We'll also get a peek at hardware with HP reporting on Monday. And sprinkled throughout the week, keep an eye on some big consumer names like Dollar General, Kohl's, and Ulta. Now, for some wild weekend news. Late Friday, after the bell, we got a huge announcement. Hims & Hers and Novo Nordisk have finally stopped squabbling. They've kissed and made up to form a partnership selling obesity drugs, and the market absolutely loved it. Hims stock shot up 40% in after-hours trading. Keep in mind, this stock had been completely beaten up, down about 50% for the year so far. Novo Nordisk also saw a nice little bump, up about 2%. Finally, as we navigate the week, I'm going to be laser-focused on bond yields and what they mean for the price of the dollar and the dollar index. We'll also be tracking gold and silver to figure out where the real safe havens are right now. So, buckle up, guys. We think it's going to be a very rough week,